hello. If you're painting, we're doing Nighty Night Summer. Oh yeah. So weather's changing, things are going to be different. So let's say goodnight. Good night, summertime. So the weapons this evening are Big Boy is a 1-inch flat. We have Fluffy in the house. Right, stiff bristled brush, bristles go everywhere, and tiny, small round for details. The colors this evening are the same colors every single time. We've got black, blue, red, yellow, and white. Okay, I'm working on a 16 by 20 canvas. It is 20 this way, 16 straight up and down. If you're working on something different, that's fine. As long as you're in the general area of your canvas that I am in, you got this, no worries. Alright, all of my videos are kid friendly. So I'm going to try to watch this thing. If you guys could watch your comments. Also, hello everybody. All the replays are on Facebook for 30 days. And then you have to head on over to YouTube, which is the same name. Eve's Creations Paint Party. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All of my videos are free to watch, but tips are appreciated. We have Venmo and PayPal, so there's the links for that. And also, if you'd like to own an Eve's Artistry original painting, which I know you do, head on over to my Etsy. It's Eve's Creations Art, and you will find a whole bunch of paintings that you could choose from. So, okay. So, hello, Tina B. Let's get our roll call going. How are you, darling? What's up? Tina B's in the house. Hello, and let's see. Thank you for the kitty cat ears. Hello, Marcia. How are you, sweetheart? Marcia's here. And we've got all of my comments. And Joan is here. Hello, Joan. How are you, doll? What's going on? Thank you so much, Tina B, for the stars. Elizabeth is in the house. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you, sweetheart? How's everybody doing tonight? It's Friday night. All right, so we're going to get started because there's a lot to do. I can't show you the original and what we're working on, so if you need a reference, take a screenshot. Okay, this painting is dark. There's going to be a slight glare, but you can see everything that's going on. You're doing good? Glad to hear it, sweetheart. Glad to hear it. All right, we're all set. It's the almighty blank canvas, but we're going to hit it with our almighty brushes. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So, I'm going to start off with Big Boy. I'm going to swirl tap dab Big Boy. And everything tonight is purples and turquoises. Very, very pretty colors. Thank you so much for the stars, Tina. All right, so purples. So I'm going to grab red. I'm going to grab blue. And I'm going to grab white. And we are going to put that onto our canvas, right? Nice thin layer. Nice thin coat. Okay. And we're just going to put that on. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm going to be working quickly. We have clouds, and you know we always do our clouds while our paint is still wet. Yes. So, I'm going to put on our purple very quickly. Red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. So, you guys can mix your colors together any way you like to get the purple that you like the most. And I'm going to bring this down about halfway, and then I'm going to jump up there to do our moon glow and our clouds. So I'm going to bring this about halfway. Okay, halfway mark. There it is. Okay, and now I'm going to grab, put him in the water. I'm going to grab my fluffy brush. Fluffy in the house. Oh, yeah. Okay. Nice stiff bristle brush. Bristles go everywhere. And I'm going to grab some white paint. And we're going to swirly do. We're going to swirly do. Okay, and you want to do this while your paint is still wet. Okay, you want to do this while your paint is still wet. Okay, there's one there. There's one here. And the reason that they're here and here is because when you go to put your tree on, the background will be lighter with your clouds being in the background. And you're going to be able to see your tree better. So that is why the clouds are where they are. Hello, 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 Tamara. How are you doing, sweetheart? Okay, and then I am going to make the spot where the moon glow is. Our moon is going right here. So I am just going to swirl around in a circular motion. Right? That is where the moon is going to be. No worries, Tamara. That's all good. Okay, and then there's another cloud right under here. And I am just swirling. Is all I'm doing. Very little paint. Swirling in where that cloud's going to be. Thank you, Tamara. I appreciate that. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, because we had to work very quickly to get those first layers in, I'm going to go back to Big Boy. We're going back to Big Boy. And I am going to make a, hello, Carolyn. How are you, sweetheart? I am going to make a darker purple. So I'm just going to grab less white. That is all I'm going to do. So we're back to blue. We're back to red. And we're back to a small amount of white this time. Not much at all, because we want this to be darker. I'm going to hold my brush back here. I'm going to put it straight up to the canvas. And faster you go, straighter it's going to be. Woo! There it is. There it is. There's that water line. We did it. Good job. There's that water line. Shoop. Okay, it's looking a little blue, so I'm going to grab some more red. Give it more of that purple hue. Give it that purple hue. Yes, yes. So, we are going to bring this down to about the middle area of what's left on our canvas here. Okay, we're going to bring that down to there. And we're going to skip a space. And we're going to put our purple right here. Just put this on. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? We didn't do much at all. That is any part of being difficult. Nothing we did so far was tricky. Okay, so that being there, now we're going to grab some white paint. We're going to go right underneath where our moon is. And we're going to take some white paint. And we're going to swipe very lightly back and forth. Very lightly. Smaller up here. Bigger as the further down you go. And I am just swiping back and forth with the 1-inch brush. Right under where the moon is. There it is. Hello, Lynn. How are you? You got a ketchup mustard. That's right, darling. Ketchup mustard time. Okay, I'm going to take that same white paint. And I am going to swipe back and forth where our purple beach area is. Okay, just to make that lighter, where the moon is going to be. our moon. Red, white, and blue to make the purples, Lynn. Red, white, and blue. That's all I did. Red, white, and blue. Okay, now I'm going to take Big Boy. I'm going to take my white paint. Hi, Kimberly. How are you doing, sweetheart? And we're going to push and spin a moon in, right? Push your brush up against the canvas and spin it around. Okay, the key to doing this is not to have a lot of paint on your brush. Okay, and if push and spin is not your friend, you can go in with a small brush and do parentheses, parentheses to make your circle. Okay, so speaking of which, I'm going to put Big Boy away. And we are going to grab our small brush. We're going to grab Tiny. Tiny in the house. Right? And I'm going to grab some white paint. And we're going to dab some brighter spots into our moon. So if the push and spin didn't work for you the way you were hoping, you could always go in with a smaller brush and fix it up. I am just dabbing white paint in here, follow that curve. Yes, Connie, all my replays are available on Facebook for 30 days. And then you head on over to YouTube, same name, Eve's Creations Paint Party. And my videos are all on YouTube. There's over 500 videos on YouTube for you to check out and be able to paint along with me. Okay, so just hit that subscribe button. White paint, I'm going to go around my moon. Follow that curve. And I'm going to put the moon glow pieces in. So I am just doing rounded pieces all around my moon. Very small amount of paint. There you go. Okay. Now I'm going to grab Fluffy. Fluffy in the house. So, Lynn, you put your sky on. Then you take your fluffy brush, do white swirly-doos to get the darker areas of your clouds. We made this darker purple. And then we brought it down. And we put white here and white there to make it lighter from what the moon is doing. Alright, Lynn, that's all we did before you got here. Okay, grabbing that white paint. I'm going to take most of it off of my brush. And very, very lightly, what did I guys say? I said very, very lightly, we're going to put in brighter cloud areas that are facing the moon. Moon. I can't seem to say moon correctly without it being like moon. We're gonna do the moon. So now we're just putting in the lighter areas in our clouds. And the light source is the moon. So that is where we are going to put the lighter areas facing. No worries, Lynn. No worries. It is all good. I'm moving quickly because there's a lot to this painting. So sometimes I don't even start for a little bit, but there is a lot to this painting. And I want to make sure I cover everything. Exactly, Joan. Moon. I want to make sure I cover everything you need to be able to recreate it. Okay, and then the cloud that's under the moon, those brighter areas are going to be on the top. Very little paint, and I'm just swiping. Very little paint, dabbing it out. Okay, and that's all we're doing there. Yeah, sometimes I'm usually chit-chatting, right? Chit-chatting more. Okay, Fluffy's going away. I'm going to grab Tiny. And we're going to put in our little rock formation that's hanging out right over here. So I'm going to grab black paint. And we're just going to put in, right, little jagged edge. That's going to be our rocks. Cut it across the water. Okay, and I'm going to grab some of that white paint. I didn't clean my brush. I'm grabbing some of the purpley, right? So it's like a light purpley color. And I'm just going to go on top of my rocks and dab in where the moon would be hitting the rocks. Just like that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, I'm going to wipe off my brush. I'm going to come into where my water area is. I'm going to grab some of that lighter purpley color that I just put on top of my rocks. Basically, it's just purple with a lot of white. Purple with a lot of white. That's all it is. Very, 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 very light purple. And I'm going to dash and dab across my water under the moon area. So you want your lines to be smaller the further back they are. And then as you get closer to the front, you're going to make them bigger. That's a lot brighter, huh? That was a lot brighter. That's okay. Okay, and then your lines are going to be longer. the closer you are to the bottom of your canvas. Okay, and then I'm going to take very dark purple, the darkest purple I could possibly create, and I'm going to put some of those lines in. Here, there, not everywhere. Here, there, not everywhere. Very little paint, just doing dashes and dabs. Dashes and dabs. That's all I'm doing. With very dark purple, basically red and blue. No white, just red and blue mixed together. And again, smaller. Smaller the further back, longer lines the closer you get. Yeah, internet connection's being a little shady tonight, Lynn. Okay, I'm going to take that same dark purple, and I'm going to do the same thing in my water that is not shining in the moonlight, but I just want to add some movement. Again, smaller lines the further back you are, and then bigger as you get closer. And I'm mixing my color every time, so this way I'm getting some that are more blue and some that are more red and some that are, you know, so I am, your red, white, and blue didn't turn out purple, dark turquoise. You must have gotten some yellow somewhere. Thanks, Tamara. You must have, Joan, you must have grabbed some yellow somewhere. For blue to turn green, you had to have yellow in there. Unless the red you're using has yellow tones. Is it an orangey red? If it's an orangey red, that has yellow tones in it. You want to use a true red. Right? And then I'm mixing this dark color every time I go to grab it. So this way I'm getting different tones of it. Some are more red, some are more blue. You don't even have yellow on your palette. How did you get turquoise? Hey, Joydy, how are you doing, sweetheart? It's a scarlet red. I have no idea how you got turquoise then, Joan. No idea. This blue and red should make purple. Joydy's in the house. Hello, hello, Joydy. How are you, darling? scarlet red and blue should definitely make purple. That is for sure. 6,000%. It's a beautiful color, so use it, Joan. This part's turquoise anyway. There's a big turquoise wave, so put it to the side and use it. Okay. Now, I'm going to swirl tap dab my tiny brush. And we're going to go back to our moon. I'm going to grab white paint. And I'm just going to follow that curve. I'm going to dab in. Awesome. There you go, Joan. You're doing good. Awesome, Jody. I hope everything's going well with, the family and whatnot. So follow that curve. I am just putting white into my moon to show brighter spots. Hi, Penny. No worries. You're here now. Okay. And then I'm going to take the dark purple. And I'm going to put in where the craters of the moon would be. I'm just dabbing. Very little paint. Very little paint. I'm just dabbing in darker areas where moon craters would be. I'm not an astronomer. I don't know where all the craters are on the moon. And then I'm just going to dab the sides of them to soften them out. Hi, Laura. How are you, sweetheart? Hi, Penny. Oh, that is awesome, Penny. Glad to hear it. I see you, Laura. So you're here. You're here, darling. And I'm going to go back to my white paint and put in some of those brighter areas again. There you go, Laura. Okay, now I'm going to take my white paint. Take the white paint again. And we're going to go over here. I am going to hit just the tops of my rocks. Just the tippy tops. Okay, we're going to put very tiny, tiny little white markings where the water is hitting the rocks. Okay. Grabbing more white paints. And I'm going to put in the bright white water areas. Again, further back, smaller your little lines and dashes and dabs are. And also, I want to pay attention to where I put a dark area. I'm going to put a white on top of that. Okay, so it looks like a shadow underneath a foaming wave. Okay, so wherever you put those little dark areas, throw the lighter color on top of that. Again, smaller the further away. Longer and bigger lines the closer you get. And there's your moon glow on your rippled water. Just like that. Alright. Whew, that was a lot of stuff, right? You guys got this though. We'll do a little ketchup mustard before we go into turquoise land here. So we'll do a little ketchup mustard for you guys that are painting along. Right? Because I just moved very, very, very quickly. I moved very quickly because there was a lot to cover. So, we have Penny in the house, Tina B, Marsha, Joan, Elizabeth, Tamara, Carolyn, Lynn, Kimberly, Connie, Joydy, and Laura. How y'all doing, guys? And we got Joan out there using a turquoisey color that she got trying to make purple. So you don't have to do this painting purple. It's the same steps whether you're doing it purple or turquoise or blue. It is all the same steps. Alright, I got Big Boy in the house. Speaking of turquoise, I am going to make turquoise, so I'm grabbing a whole lot of blue and my yellow, more blue than yellow, and then I'm grabbing my white, dabbing it together, and I will get a turquoise color. And I want this turquoise color to be darker, so I'm going to grab some more blue. He's good. He is right here. Oh, there you go, Carolyn. Alright, now I'm going to take this turquoise color and I'm going to come in and I'm going to fill this stripe in here. Yep, he's out. He is out. Okay, so we're just going to fill in this stripe. And then we are going to take white paint. I didn't clean my brush or anything. I'm just grabbing white paint on the tip of my brush. And we are going to put in right here the top of the crash. So I am pressing my brush and I am just pulling it down on a curved line. It was a whole lot of blue, a little bit of yellow and white. Okay, and then I'm going to put a smaller area here, and these are longer. Follow that curve. Okay, if you think of a ball right here, right? Think of that being a ball right there. Okay, there's a little bump on this wave, so I'm going to put the bump in. Okay, and then this piece is smaller in that corner. So it goes back, meets up back with the top of the line. I'm going to wipe off Big Boy. And then I'm going to grab some more blue. With the turquoise to have a darker turquoise color. And we're going to follow that curve. So we're going to come under here and we're going to follow that curve. Follow that curve, follow that curve, follow that curve. Look, what is it about pouring more paint? You guys see where I'm pulling this blue from? This thing is completely empty and I'm still like, I can get more blue out of that. I can get more blue out of that. Truly, truly. Okay, and with hardly any paint on my brush, I am just going to pull these curves. I'm just dabbing them down. I'm just dabbing them down. Okay, and then on the other side, I'm going to pour more blue paint. I'm pouring more blue paint, everybody. Don't be alarmed. I was determined to try to get more blue paint out of that empty spot. I don't know what it is about changing brushes or pouring paint, but we don't like to do either for some reason. Not really sure why. Okay, and on this side, we're going to go this way. Right, and we could put a little under here, not that it matters. Right, so this way, switch over that way. It's very true. Alright, it's very true. Okay, so Big Boy's gonna go in the water. And we're gonna grab Fluffy. We're grabbing Fluffy. And we're going to grab our turquoisey white paint. See that white paint I have with some turquoise color in it? That's what I'm going to grab. So we don't want white, 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 white. Or if you don't have any, grab some of your turquoise. And grab some of your white. Dab, dab. And very, very, very lightly, we're going to put a foam splash over here. Okay, and then we're going to follow this piece up. Notice I'm not going in a straight line. I'm going down, I'm going up, right? I'm not going in a straight line. No straight lines in water. Joan, Laura, Tina, everybody else that likes to make everything just perfect. No straight lines in water, guys. Grabbing some more. Now, see, now I'm doing it with the white. Look, my white is empty, and I'm still determined to grab more white out of there. Oh, my goodness gracious. So, if you're out there in the painting world and you think that you're magically going to get more paint out of an empty thing, you're not alone. Right, and I'm going to follow this along here. Very small dabs. Come across the front here. Again, not straight. Not straight. Okay, and then some really small dabs on this edge. Hi! Hi, Jerry. How are you doing, sweetheart? Jerry's in the house. Okay. And now I'm going to go across the bottom. Yep, smushing's always fun. Smushing is always fun. Okay. We're going to take Tiny. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. Thank you. Makes you want to be at the beach. Absolutely. 6,000%. Okay, we're going to take Tiny. I'm going to pour some clean white paint, you know, because this is empty. That's empty right there. So I'm going to pour some clean white paint. Because you can't get paint out of an empty thing. And I'm going to come in here where this smushes. No paint on my brush yet. And I am just going to smooth this out. I'm going to smooth that little piece inside of there out. And I'm going to grab a little bit of the darker turquoise. Okay, and all of it's follow that curve. Right? Then I'm going to grab some really, really dark turquoise. Basically a whole lot of blue and a little bit of yellow. And we're going to come into our wave. Putting in darker areas. All of it's following that curve. And I'm just flicking. I'm just flicking, following that curve. That's all I'm doing. Here, there, not everywhere. Here, there, not everywhere. Okay, and over on this side, same thing. Going the other way. Underneath, you're going to change it from going the one way to the other way. And I'm just flicking, that's all I'm doing. Now I'm going to take that the dark turquoise color. The dirk. Okay, and we're going to go in along the bottom of the fluff that's on the bottom on the beach. I'm just zigzag zooming, that's all I'm doing. I'm not too concerned with over here because that's where the tree and the plants are going. And I'm not putting it across the whole entire thing. See, I'm skipping spots. What I do is like I pick a line, and any fluff that's over that line, I skip over. Thank you so much, Jody, for the stars. Thank you, guys. And now I'm going to wipe off my brush, and I'm just going to go back the other way, swiping back and forth and softening that line out. Okay. We'll clean off our brush, and then we're going to do the same thing, thank you, Jody, with lighter turquoise. So I'm going to grab the white paint. I'm going to grab my lighter turquoise color, and I'm going to come across the top here, follow that curve, okay, I'm going to put some lighter turquoise in here on that inside part. Okay, I'm going to clean off my brush. I'm going to leave a little extra water in it. And I'm going to soften this out. Soften, soften. See, soften with your finger. Works out great. All right, Joydy. Awesome. Thank you so much, darling, for the stars. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see you soon. Okay. Now I'm going to grab white. We're going with some white. And on the top ridge here, I'm going to do flickies following the curve. Very light touch. Wiping my brush off. I'm going to go back over these and soften them out. Now, I'm going very quickly, guys. So, those of you that are following along and painting along with me, if you missed something, that's okay. You can go back and check to turn around and, you know, get those little things that you might have missed. right, Diane. Everybody follow Diana Capra. She's another amazing artist. So make sure you give her a follow. 6,000%. Now I'm going to go in with Nifty. And some white paint. Thank you, darling. And that dark shadow I made before. You're going to go a little bit above it. And put in some white lines. How are you, darling? What's going on? So you go a little bit above the edge. Alright, you guys holding on? It's crazy ride tonight because we still got a tree. There's a lot in this painting, guys. So if you're falling behind, that's okay. Because there's a lot to do. So I'm going to swirl tap dab Fluffy. And we're going to give him a quick little, dry him out a little bit. Dry him out. Just like that. And you're going to go into your white paint now. Just on the tip of the bristles. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Just on the tip of the bristles. And you're going to come in. And you're going to tap in the brighter white moments of your waves. Okay, and where you want it really smushy, you just press harder. So putting it on the tip of the bristles, you get those splashes, and then you press harder to get the mushy. Very technical, guys. The mushy and the splashies. So I'm going to put it just on the tip of my bristles again. I'm going to come in and get the splashy. Very light touch. And then I'm going to come in under it and do a harder touch, doing the mushy. Here, there, not everywhere. Very little paint. Haha, mushy, splashy. That's it. That's all there is to it. White paint on my tips again. Splashies. Mushies. Splashies, mushies. Now to do the other half. White paint just on the tip of my bristles again. Mushy, splashy, right, Lynn? Right? Come in here. Splashy. Mushy. More white paint. Very little paint, guys. Very little paint. You can always grab more. If you do this with too much paint, you're going to get just big, huge globs. And you don't want huge globs. you want to see the brighter areas and the darker areas. It's very important. And if you're going in and getting huge globs on your paintbrush, it's not going to look right. Splashy, splashy. Oh, awesome, Lynn. You wore your Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy shirt? That's amazing. That is so cool. Okay? And then I'm going to do the same thing on my bottom row. But see how you can see the darker turquoise white we put in, and then the bright white on top of it? There you go, Joan. Supermoon is cool. So the bright white is here, there, not everywhere, guys. Here, there, not everywhere. Okay, and just be careful as you go across the bottom of the wave that's crashing over, because you don't want to lose that little bit separating the two. And I just put some brighter areas with Fluffy into the fold over part. Alright, that's your water, everybody. That's how you do that. 6,000%. You guys just painted an ocean. What? Right, now we need to do a tree. Hey, Sheila. Alright, you have a great night, Sheila. Thanks for stopping in. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go back to those purples. I'm going to have it be a reddish purple. And I'm going to come over here, and I'm just going to smush, smush some bushy, flowery, whatever, where the tree's going. And then, thank you, Diana. Thank you so much, sweetheart. And then I'm going to grab some more blue and make this area darker. Right? The light is the moon. The light is the moon. So anything opposite that, we're going to make darker. Go. Roll call. Let's do some roll call while you guys catch up mustard. Do not get on yourselves. This is a lot to this painting, and if you are falling behind painting along with me, I expect that. So get the base and the majority that you can get in, and then you could always go back, watch the replay to get all the tiny little fine points. Okay, guys? So if you're falling behind, it's okay. All Alright, you guys know what time it is. It is tree time. Thank you guys so much for the stars. Got 350 stars so far. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget PayPal and Venmo to send support. I'm out of red paint. So, any support from tonight will go towards being able to get some red paint. Because as I was pumping, it was going bloops, bloops, bloops. Just like that. Alright, big boy. Nice and flat. Black. Black. Right? Make sure you have a nice fine edge. I'm going to put my brush straight up to the canvas. I am going to start up here. And then as I get further down, I'm going to press harder. Okay? Now, when you press harder, your brush is going to, hello Andrew, your brush is going to do that. So you got to refix it. Okay? So I'm just going to wipe it on my paper towel and get it all nice and flat again. I'm going to grab my black paint and I'm going to wipe it along the edge of my palette here to get it all flat again. Razor sharp. Okay, I'm going to start up here. Straight up against your canvas. Hold your brush back here so you have lighter pressure. I'm going to pull and join it into this guy. Bring it down. Okay, Lynn. I think I saw them pop in, Lynn. I'm not really sure. Okay, wiping my brush nice and straight again. Put another one over here. Bring it down. Press harder. Join it to that one. Wipe my brush flat on my paper towel. More black paint. Wiping it on the edge of the palette. Over here. Okay, and press harder. You're welcome. Now I'm just going to dab the black into where the bushes are. You're going to take a little bit of your purple color. And on the side that's facing the moon, you're going to put in lighter purple areas. And then just dab them into your tree. Grabbing black paint. I'm just going to dash and dab this into the trunk because that would still be all dark. Okay, so you make the one side lighter and the other side darker. And with my brush being all sorts of different ways, because I didn't flatten them out, I'm going to grab black paint, and I'm going to come in here, and I'm just going to dab in the foliage pieces. You could do this with Fluffy if your 1-inch flat is in great condition. Don't do this. Do it with a Fluffy brush. Okay? This brush is 10 years old and has seen better days, so I can get away with it. But if yours is brand new, Laura, don't do this. Grab the Fluffy brush. Okay, now we're going to go in and we're going to put brighter areas. So I'm going to grab that light purple again. On our foliage. Anything that's facing the moon. Here, there, not everywhere. Okay, and if you got a little happy with the highlighted areas, you just go back in with your black paint. And you can darken up some more. You guys know the more layers you do, the better it's going to look. You guys already know that. Where the branches would be where a shadow is. Right? We've done this before. Okay, and then the last thing, we're on to our last steps, guys. Last thing you're going to do is you're going to take Mr. Nifty and you just go in and put in all the little branches. And there you guys have it. Let me turn the light out so you can see it. Now you can't see it. Hold up. There we go. I don't know if that made it better or worse. Anyway, there's Good Night Summer for you guys. You guys can totally do this. Like I said, there's a lot to the painting. So if you fell behind tonight, no worries. As you're painting this painting, if you have any questions, you could direct message me through Facebook. If you send support of $5 or more, direct message me your address through Facebook, and I'll send out your nifty brushes to you. If you'd like a brush set, direct message me. If you'd like to order a shirt, direct message me. If you're on Etsy, please go check out my Etsy shop, Eve's Creations Art. It's one word, and you have the opportunity to purchase any of these paintings that we've painted together and have original artwork of mine. Replays are on Facebook for 30 days. Then you got to head over to YouTube. That is the same name, Ace Creations Paint Party. Okay, guys, so you're all absolutely amazing. I love every single one of yous. And I want to thank you for joining me this Friday night. You're so welcome, Carolyn. You're so welcome, Lynn. Excellent, right? They fit good. They're Gildan's. They're Gildan shirts. So it's a good t-shirt company that we make the shirts out of. So you guys have an amazing evening. I love you all. You all warm my heart. Have fun. Go create. And I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.